Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Dante.
And I'm Dejan.
And today we're going to be talking about friendship issues and things that happen in friendships, how the word friend has changed over the last few years. Who a friend is, who you call your friends, what friends do. You know, it's really funny how friends do things to you that you wouldn't do to them. They accuse you of some messed up things. And it's really surprising when you know someone for almost 10 years, how they'll think you'll do something dirty and malicious to them. I don't understand, for the life of me, why people would think I'm a nice person. Listen, I don't start with you unless you start with me. That's how it works. I'm really cool, I'm laid back, I'm chill. Now, Dejan, do you think that the word friend has changed over the last few years?
Friendship. What is friendship? Being a friend to someone. So I've been alive 22 years, right? Haven't had my first real friendship until about the age of, let's say, probably 8, third grade. Then, things change, and then, neighborhoods or stuff like that, or school districts or whatever, that, change some things. And that's called life, by the way. And, there's nothing you can do about that. But yeah, so when you're a kid, what do they teach you, right? They teach you be kind, be respectful, be caring, all that stuff they do in elementary school, right? Nobody follows that into adulthood. No one's following that into middle school. Like, once elementary school, once you get out of elementary school, all that stuff is out the window because you're done with bullies now, right? And,
you can be in elementary school and be bullied.
Yeah, but
kids kill
themselves.
It's
a different environment. Like, because, I feel like in elementary school, there's more containment for it. There's more preventative measures. Like, people actually care. Like, teachers will actually,
Please.
Because, all the PTO meetings and, all that stuff. Like, they're more, I feel like the school is more involved with you. And, like, I don't know.
I don't know what school
I don't know.
But I never felt that way.
I don't know, but that's my viewpoint on it. I mean, I didn't get bullied in elementary, so I wouldn't know. I didn't start getting bullied until 7th grade in middle school. So, and then I also got bullied in 9th grade. Yes, but we're not talking about bullying.
No,
we're talking about
different
friendship.
topic for another
Basically,
video.
I'm just saying that they teach you things so bullying does not happen. But it still happens. Because people are idiots and they're mean and they're cruel and they have issues and they need help. The first real friend I had was in 3rd grade. Then I moved and didn't really feel like I had friends in like 4th and 5th grade, only because, like, yeah, I had people I hang out with at recess and stuff like that, and would talk to and make me laugh. I had these 2 people, Kike and Michael, and I feel like we were like the 3 amigos. Like, we would cut up everything. So I feel like that was a real friendship, but outside of school, it wasn't. So I don't know what you guys think. Like, is a friend like a friend that you hang out with all the time? Or is it like someone you like, just hang out with and then, for that certain time frame or whatever time period. And then, once you go home or whatever, you don't really like talk.
That's not a friend.
Outside of that, I don't know.
That's not a friend to me. But I think as you get older, what you view as a friend. Because in elementary school, I wouldn't say that everyone's your friend, but for the most
No,
part,
I don't think, in elementary school, I don't feel like everyone's your friend. I mean, outgrow friendships because you're still, maturing, you're still evolving to know what you like. Like, you're kind of forced.
Yeah, but
you're kind of forced to play with these, other kids because who else are you going to play with at recess? It's the time to get all the energy out and, some of your interests, they may, gel. You might gel well, and some people you won't. But I didn't really feel like, well, me being naive at the time, I thought I had real friends there, and then once we moved, we didn't really talk. We didn't talk. I thought I was going to their school, and I ended up going to a different school, and I didn't get to see them. So I had to make a whole new set of friends, and I was basically new starting high school, which is scary, I would say, because you don't know anybody, and you have to, make new friends.
You definitely need friends in high school, or some people that you're at least cool with in high school. Because it makes high school go by, one, a lot faster, and two, a lot smoother. Yeah, you're going to have your fights, but I mean, hey, if you can survive high school, you can survive anything.
Yeah. I guess so. But anyways.
But back to what I was saying about the idea of a friendship. It does, as you grow and evolve, what you view as a friend, who you choose as friends, they change over time.
Yes, different situations will definitely, because I believe in everything happens for a reason. Every moment in your life is a life-teaching moment, and it's going to teach you. And if you don't learn from them, then you're making the same mistakes over and over again, and you're never going to learn. So, I definitely would say I've definitely grown from that little person that I used to be to now. Because now I don't tolerate a lot of stuff that I used to tolerate. But, you start to make mistakes no matter what. You just got to make sure you try not to make those same mistakes again. So, friendship. The first thing I would say, what's important is communication, and respect, honesty, and support. And I know this is off topic, but I don't know what your definition of a best friend, because look, I've had people call me their best friend, but I don't, for the life of me, I don't really see why they would say that about me. I have best friend qualities, so I get that. But them viewing me as a best friend is opposite from the way I view them. I just view them as someone I talk to, that I get along with, and that's it. I mean, I don't ever call anybody my best friend. Never.
Oh, I do.
Even with people I hang out, since high school. Well, one middle school and then, all the way up to high school. Hanging out and playing outside of school and stuff like that. I guess you can say that as a best friend, but for me, it's not gonna, that right there isn't enough for me to call them my best friend, because I feel like what a best friend is to me is someone that I can trust with anything, that I can talk to about anything, and I feel like they will listen and they're not judgmental about certain things and certain issues that I'm going to talk about, and that really respects me as a person and respects what I believe in. And so I just don't feel like I've met that person yet, because every person that I've had a friend, almost every person that I've gotten a little bit closer than the last people that I've been friends with, have, done something to hurt me, or, broken my level of trust. Which, let me just say, I don't start out by having a lot of faith in people anyway. So, there's that. And I just don't feel like everyone is they have to prove to me that they're going to, actually be a friend. I don't want them to think that they can just do anything to me and I'm not going to say anything because we're friends, you know, I will let you know. So, I don't know what you think, but I've had to really sit back and think of who was a real friend and what I would want in a best friend, and I would not call any of those people my best friend.
See, what happens is people call other people their friend. You have to be careful who you put in that box category as a friend. Not everyone's your friend. Some people are just meant to be associates, nothing more, nothing less. Now, you meet some people that deserve to be called a best friend. Every best friend that I have, we've either grown apart, never had a falling out with any of my former friends. But again, I was always careful of who to call a friend and who not to call a friend. So maybe that was a mistake you might have made. Yeah, calling them your friend. They were never your friend.
Well, look, I don't know. I just think that a lot of people who were supposed to be my friends weren't really friends, and they used me because of my nice nature. My nice sometimes nature, I should say, because I can be really mean.
Yes, you can.
I can be really mean. But I've worked on it over the years. I have. I've worked on it and controlling it.
Yeah, you continues to work on it. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah. I feel like we tolerate people, certain behaviors, and especially back to what you were saying earlier about, you know, going and evolving as a person, into an adult. I think one thing that's hard that I can speak on at this moment is when you go from high school friends to real world adulthood, that transition, it's hard because they don't get the boundaries, and some people don't understand it. You know, you change as an adult, things that you accept, tolerate is different, and you don't want to anymore. Yeah, you change.
Yeah, I think it's called maturity. You know, people change and they don't want to deal with the same things they deal with. Look, I noticed, I was aware, because I'm aware of a lot of things. I know, like, the type of people I was hanging around with weren't necessarily the people I wanted to be, you know, around all the time. And it's kind of sad because, you know, they considered me like a best friend, and they would always say, because I was used to, there was early signs, I was always used to saying no to everything they wanted to do. And I think that was just me, like, unknowingly at the time, distancing myself from them. You know, every day distancing myself from them because I did not want those type of people in my life anymore. So, eventually I just, you know, started saying no, and, you know, they always say I'm faking and stuff like that. I don't think it's me faking. It's like when you realize, like, you're not fitting, you don't feel like you fit in with those type of people. Maybe it's not you not fitting in. Maybe they're just not the people for you anymore. Maybe they're not meant to, you know, play a part in your life anymore. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's more of a guy thing. Guys tend to not talk about issues in the friendship. They just sweep it under the rug. When girls actually sit down,
I mean, we talk about. Okay, the thing is with guys is we talk about issues, but we don't talk about issues on a level like,
it's not interpersonal.
It's not like that. It's a different level. Like what we talk about. Well, I ain't trying to give my.
There's nothing deep. You're not having any deep conversations. You're having those surface level, and that's not a friend. You cannot. Friendships have deep level conversation. The friends that I have, we have deep level conversation. It's not just surface. Now, I don't want to judge no one's friends, but, you know, some people's friends, they just talk about surface level things. And nothing wrong with talking about girls and how good they look. But if you're talking about that all the time,
Well, that's the thing.
just saying.
The guys I was hanging out with, that's all they wanted to talk about. They would talk about that. And that's good and everything. Like, I feel like it's kind of weird. It kind of pisses me off at the same time because I was friends with this person since he was in 6th grade. I was in 8th. And we didn't meet the second person. Well, he met him first, but he didn't meet the second person until he was in ninth grade. I was in 11th. Yeah, I was in 11th grade. That's like a 3 year, maybe 2.5, 3 years, something like that gap. And they're like way closer than I ever was with them. And like I said before, friendships evolve and friendships have the up and downs, okay? I can't stress that enough about my situation with these people. Like, I fought, I had a fight with this guy, okay? And, we were friends afterwards,
But did y'all ever sit down and have a conversation?
We don't need to talk about it. Because guys, look, for whatever reason, guys don't feel the need to dwell on that kind of stuff.
And I'm not saying dwell on
like,
it, but
we brush all that stuff aside
one time
because,
and then let it go. I mean, you're not talking about it all, then you're wondering why so many issues are popping up left and right because you haven't addressed
I just feel like
the
there's
root
never,
of the problem.
I feel like there's never a need to
There is a need.
talk about it because if you don't have an issue with it anymore, an issue, like, I feel like,
I mean, many
an
issues
issue,
happen in friendships.
like an issue that I feel like I kind of caused, taking it to that level, the way I did. If you don't have an issue with it, then why talk about it? I don't need
Did
to
you
talk
ever
about
apologize about it? Like, okay,
I don't need to apologize because why?
See?
At the time,
See?
at the time,
guys do not
at
do
the
that.
time, you deserved it.
Because
You
guys
deserved
don't
it.
say, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. I didn't like when you did that. Guys don't do that. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with saying you're not weak. You're not stupid. You're not worthless. You tell someone, you hurt my feelings. I didn't like what you did. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys can't do that. Girls can do that.
Well, guys can't do it with other guys.
See, we got to get out of that. Because it's not that, oh, you're not a man if you tell another guy that, oh, you hurt my feelings. That's toxic masculinity. We have to stop doing that. It's okay to tell another guy, you hurt my feelings, especially if you guys are friends. You hurt my feelings. You shouldn't have said that. I would never do you like that.
Look, I think I told them in a different way. I cussed them out.
See, and you can't do that.
I do that. I told them that they know. Like, when the guys start getting mad at each other, that's how we tell each other that, yeah, you pissed me off, you hurt my feelings and stuff like that. I don't feel like we need to go break down and get a box of tissues and cry about
I'm not saying we gotta
and
get
hug it out and
cry,
everything like that.
Cry a river. I'm not saying do that. But I mean, after you get all, I guess as a guys do it, but we have to stop. We have to change that. We have to change that, especially as we grow up. It shouldn't always get into a cursing match. Who can say the worst curse word? Even drive a dagger even further. So that's my thing. Another thing with friends that has changed is they try to tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
What career choices you should make.
Right.
My thing is, I'm never going to compete with another.
I feel like in friendships there should be boundaries.
Absolutely.
Why
are we competing?
The thing is, unless I'm telling you what to do with your life, then you have no business telling me what to do with mine.
Absolutely.
I could care less, and I don't know if that's like, a bad friend or whatever, but I could care less if you're doing something in your life that, is better than mine or whatever it is, because I'm going to live my life the way I want to live my life. I'm not doing it to please nobody. I'm doing it the way I feel like I should be doing it, not because of what you feel like I should be doing it. And I think people, start telling you what to do and stuff. Like they're your parent or something. Like no one told you that you can tell me how to live my life. I don't know where you got that from. Like I think people like, they want the best for you, but the way they do it isn't the right way to come across,
Absolutely.
I'm not saying I'm getting like defensive about it, but you shouldn't feel like you can like butt in my life and my life choices and stuff.
Give your unwanted opinion.
Right.
No one asked.
I never asked for your advice on anything with
Mhm.
that, so why are you telling me what to do? I don't know. But
Yeah, and some friends, in some friendships, not mine, I compete with no one. I'm competing with myself and myself alone. But in some friendships, they're competing with one another. Oh, you got a $15 an hour job. You got to get that too. Oh,
I don't do that.
I got this nice job. You got to get this too. You got this car. I got to get this car too. I don't need to compete with someone else. Because the thing is, when you're looking at someone else, you lose track of your own lane. You got to stay in your own lane.
And that's the thing, I have an example. One of my ex-friends, competitive all day long. I don't know. Playing football.
Must be a guy thing.
Playing basketball. Look, I used to be a competitive person. I probably still am a little bit. I dialed it back because I don't like doing a lot of stuff I used to do. But I remember him telling me that you should have gotten an advanced diploma. You could have gotten an advanced diploma. Just because you got that, you and your buddy got that, does not necessarily mean I wanted that. If I wanted that, I could have worked hard to try to achieve that. But I was not trying to achieve that. I was just trying to achieve passing high school in my own way, not your way, my way. And I was like, it's amazing how people don't see what they're doing. Like, they don't see how they're affecting you.
And it's okay to be competitive. I'm not saying never be competitive, but it doesn't do good to a friendship. That's not the right formula for a friendship competition.
I just feel like people aren't aware of how they mistreat others. Like, your friends are supposed to, they're supposed to realize how this stuff makes and, affects you and everything. It makes how it makes you feel. And I feel like they don't care. Like, they don't care enough. And I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I've never tried to compete with anyone over anything. I'm just living my life. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live my life the way I know how to live my life. I'm not trying to model someone else. I'm not trying to be like anyone else but myself. Now, if you feel like I can be doing better, then you may be right.
There's a way to say that.
You may be right. You're probably right. But, yeah, like, there's a way to come across in a respectful way and then a supportive way as well. If you're going to come across, that way, then you should be supportive and do it in a respectful way that doesn't make me feel like you're telling me what to do and you're trying to be controlling of my life.
You can uplift a friend without having to be offensive. And especially when a friend calls you out on it. I hate when you're talking to a friend about issues and they get defensive. I said, oh, you hurt my feelings by saying this, and you blow up and get upset. I don't like that. That's not a friend. But I think sometimes in friendships, we see the red flags with certain friends. And instead of taking the flag, looking at the flag, examining the flag, and solving the problem on the flag, you just toss it away and continue pushing with the friendship. I think that's what many people do in their friendships, is see the red flags. They're just blind because the friend is so good. They're good. They have such good qualities. They have such good memories. You tend to just ignore the
I don't think it's that.
Some people
Maybe
do.
it's for that, but I
Some
feel
people
like
do.
they're using their friend, like having a friend as a necessity. Like, they're just there to pass time.
And don't call them when you're bored.
Make you feel good for that moment that you need them for, and then I can say that I had friends that I let them do stuff to me, and I would get mad about it, and I would But it's a struggle for me. Because I, had bad anger problems. Still kind of do. Still working on it. It's a work every day, work in progress.
Yes, it is.
But, it's a battle because you're trying to, not be mean, but also help them understand where you're coming from. And for me, I always have that struggle of, keeping my anger held, because I'm a passionate person. When I get angry about something, and maybe the Aries in me or whatever, but when I get angry about something, it's usually because I'm passionate about something. And I come off strong with it, and people don't know how to take that. And that is just a character flaw with myself that I've been working on, because now I can see two sides. I only saw one side. Now it's only my side. I'm not going to understand the other side. But like I said before, I would let people get away with things, and I'd get angry. But I would take it out on them, and I would I would do it in not the right way. So then I started, let me go with another approach. How about I get angry, but instead of cussing them out or yelling at them or whatever,
use your words.
I just walk away.
Oh.
Because that's what you're supposed to do when you're, going through anger, right? You're supposed to just walk away. And I would do that. But my whole philosophy is, if you don't address the problem, nothing gets solved. And so I would address these people, but it goes in one ear, out the other. So then I was like, well, if that's not going to work, then I stopped coming around.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd appreciate me more. Then they would respect me more.
You think, right?
Yeah. But obviously no, because these are the same people. And, that's what you have to realize. Some people aren't going to change. And some people don't. Some people are just oblivious to how they are, or maybe that's just how they are.
And you have to leave them where they're at.
Yeah. It took me a long time. It took me a long time to just, I don't want to say give up, but, it's fighting a losing battle, because you can't change people. They have to want to change for themselves. And if they're not on the same level that I'm at right now, then I don't want that. I don't want that, because, that is not where I'm at, and I don't want that to affect me in any kind of way in my growth. So, I just stopped coming out. And when you get older, like these kids these days, man, I don't want to feel like I'm judging them, because I was not that long ago in the same shoes they were. But I kind of feel like these kids these days, it's crazy.
I feel like nowadays, especially, I think kids now, they kind of want to learn so much about that friend. And then once they get enough information, some adults do it too, but they get enough information about a person, and on Mad Day, when they're pissed off at their friend, instead of talking to their friend about it, they just go on a whole expose. And let's expose my friend. Let's expose. Tell them all I know, all their secrets. That's also not a friend, but that's what some of these children are doing today. I feel like people aren't honest. They give you one face, and then to the other friends, they give another face. And that's also missing in friendships, is honesty. I guess that goes with exposing your friend, and also talking about your feelings with your friend. That goes with honesty as well. It's going to tie into this. How do you think honesty has changed as you've gotten older?
Well, I'm a biased person when it comes to this, because I'm just over it. I'm over it. I just don't trust people like that, and I just like to come to work, get along with other people, and go home. Work for me is work. That's it. It's work. I didn't meet you before this, So when I come home,
See, honesty.
I just don't want to deal with that because it's gonna remind me of work.
That's just downright honesty.
That's it.
Like, you know, be honest with yourself.
I like to unwind. I don't like to think about, I want to be on my guard. I have to act like this because I act this way at work. You know, I don't want to do that. So I probably don't like. And to be honest, I don't really want to hang out with them. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I still have my guards up or whatever. I just don't want to hang out.
I have my guard up.
I don't want to hang out. I don't want to hang out.
That might
chill.
change.
I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want to.